demonstration for the mourning of the Ayatollah. Now, many of the Iranian diaspora, unlike the Pakistanis who are giving the vitriol, do actually not support the Ayatollah at all. A lot of the Iranian diaspora support the Shah being an intermediate leader, and as you can tell, they're very happy that America is in fact intervening within Iran for regime change. Now, I don't agree. Britain should be nowhere involved in this conflict, but it is good to see that compared to the Islamic violence supporting the Ayatollah, in comparison we have these people celebrating, dancing and having candles.
Breaking news out of Manchester tonight, where a powerful scene is unfolding outside the Islamic Centre. Iranians, Jews and British citizens have come together in a stunning display of unity, gathering during a vigil for Ali Khamenei, the oppressive leader of Iran. The crowd is chanting victory and freedom at the top of their lungs, drowning out the mourners inside. Many protesters are even burning portraits of Khamenei, sending a loud and clear message: the world is done tolerating brutal dictatorships and the manipulation of power.
Now we're just at the barrier. We got a block from going to the Islamic side. Just over there, there's probably about 50 to 100 Shia Muslims mourning the death of a brutal dictator, compared to the hundreds of people celebrating down here. And most of them are Pakistani Shia, compared to the Iranian diaspora who don't like a brutal dictator. Now, again, regime change is a difficult subject. Some people want it, some people don't. But it's very clear he did a bad job. The age of consent there is 13. You get about 30,000 people simply protesting. He wasn't a good man. Do not compare the Shia leader to something like the Pope. He was a brutal dictator who held together like an iron fist and funded international terrorist organizations across the
It's rare to see something like this, but it's deeply satisfying. Thousands of Iranian demonstrators have turned out, completely outnumbering the Shia Muslims mourning the death of Khamenei. These Muslims, who are so deluded by their loyalty to an oppressive regime, probably thought their vigil would go unnoticed. But instead, they've been met with resistance, mockery, and the cold, hard truth that their allegiance to a brutal Islamic dictator is not welcome here in Britain.
This guy's car, absolute pigeon let me on top of it, film some content. And all I can say is that I don't like either side being on the street of London. But would you prefer these lovely people on the streets, or would you prefer the other side on the streets, antagonise my cameraman, assaulting him? These lovely people treat you with the commodity and respect of being human beings. We don't like Islamism. What happened in Iran could happen here. That's why we need remigration, and that if America frees their country, they'll go back.
Imagine holding a candlelight vigil for someone like Khamenei, only to find yourself surrounded by protesters who represent actual freedom and justice. It's humiliating, but it's exactly what they deserve. This is the kind of energy we need to see more of. The Iranians standing outside that Islamic centre are showing mutual respect for the country they now call home. They're refusing to let the oppressive values of a dictatorship creep into Britain. They're standing up for freedom, for democracy, and for the chance to live without fear. And they're doing it by directly confronting the people who still cling to Khamenei's twisted ideology. This isn't just about protesting, a vigil is about making a statement that Britain will not be a safe haven for those who celebrate oppression. The Shia Muslims mourning Khamenei's death need to take a long, hard look at themselves. Why are they mourning a man who spent decades silencing, torturing, and killing his own people? Why are they bringing that kind of ideology into a country like Britain, where freedom of speech and human rights are valued? It's beyond hypocritical. And now, they're being outnumbered and outshouted by people who actually understand what freedom means. This is what happens when you support tyranny, end up on the wrong side of history, surrounded by people who see through the lies and manipulation. At least some common sense is starting to prevail. The thousands of Iranian protesters who turned out tonight are proof of that. They've had enough of leaders who manipulate power to serve their own interests instead of the interests of the people. They'd had enough of dictators like Khomeini, who abuse religion as a weapon to control and oppress, and they're showing the world that they won't stay silent anymore. To see Iranians, Jews, and British citizens standing side by side, united against oppression, is a reminder of what's possible when people come together for a just cause. This is about more than just Ali Khamenei, it's about rejecting tyranny in all its forms and protecting the values that make Britain a place worth living. It's about sending a message to those who mourn dictators. Your loyalty to oppression has no place here. This is the kind of resistance we need to see more of. Thousands of people standing together to drown out the voices of those who support brutality and control. Let this be a warning to anyone who thinks they can bring the values of oppressive regimes into Britain. We will outnumber you, outshout you, and expose you for what you truly are. Britain is a country that values freedom and justice, and we won't let that be undermined by those who cling to outdated and oppressive ideologies.
This is not a terrorist area. This is not a terrorist area. This is invasion area, not a terrorist area. Get out. Get out. You don't belong here, bro. You don't belong here.
Anybody comes in, I touch him. Right? And then they'll be down with the You are terrorist way! Go! No, do you not? Dan, don't touch her. Don't touch her though, Dan. I show you. I'm not. Don't cross that line. Chill out.
I'm not coming into anyone's faces. I'm doing what they do. It's my loss. This is a nation.
However, your sole presence, so everything here is fine. Your presence is now creating a breach of the
We are
peace.
protesting in front of our religious place.
You get that? Listen, but you just need to leave the area.
Your presence here is going to create a breach of the peace.
I just want to get a couple of
You need
pictures
to
of that.
be forced to arrest really helpful. No, don't follow, just let go. Okay? Don't let us go.
There we go. Have a nice night.
You too.
Do you live in Iranian?